We are at beautiful Lime Rock Park. It looks like we're gonna have awesome weather this weekend. You're into the next corner as soon as you left the last one. We finished P4 overall for the weekend. It was an exhausting weekend. I was pretty tired. Hey guys, Aaron Lichty here with the Paragon Performance GLTC C8. We are at beautiful Lime Rock Park. It looks like we're gonna have awesome weather this weekend. We just finished up our practice session. It's exactly like you'd expect at Lime Rock. A bunch of cars within a tenth of a second of each other in lap time. So qualifying is gonna be really important here. It's a difficult track to pass at, so we'll see if we can find that extra tenth or two and put ourselves near the front of the queue and have some good racing. Hey guys, yeah, just finished qualifying. I think it went about as well as we could have hoped. There's a lot of traffic on track, but I think everybody played pretty nice. I hope most of our competitors got clean laps in. We had a couple opportunities at it. It's hot here, mid 80s, sun's out, not much cloud cover, so the operating window for the tires is pretty narrow. I think we got a pretty representative lap in during that. It puts us P5. Kind of felt like maybe the perfect lap would have put us P4, but I think we're where we should be in the grid, and we got some great racers around us, so we should have a lot of fun to race morning.
Things down a little bit this season, but the quality of the field is unmatched. To the start line, Andy Smedegard, Paul Darling at the front, green flag, and we're underway at Gridlife Circuit Legends and Ibach GLTC. Look at Aaron Lichty, 3 wide to the inside of Catil, and the V8 Corvette powering between the front runners there and sneaks past Catil. There's still 3 wide there with Waldbaum on the outside.
Yeah, Andy had a good start, and Catil was following him. He had a nose on Paul, but then Andy seemed to have slowed up midway through the front straightaway, and it kind of brought everybody back in.
Yeah, that was really wild. They had trouble for Daniel Geraldo at turn 1. He's turned around
past the top 3, so we'll see. Catil looked like he's showing his nose on Lichty heading to turn 1. Let's see if he can complete that pass.
Yeah, and Lichty
still on the inside.
Yeah, and Catil on the curb there.
Yep.
Big hop and a skip as he tries to take the outside line now through turn 3.
If he can stay with him, he could get the inside into 4. Yep, still has overlap. Great move from Catil, and he takes that spot away from Lichty, and now Magnussen's going to try and get by as well.
Ooh, dropped a tire in the dirt on driver's right. And again, that was a little dicey there for Lichty. Had to jump out of the throttle there in the marbles. It cost him a lot of time. That's going to help Catil, though, into the uphill.
Yeah, you don't want to be side by side into the uphill. You can see Catil just made a huge gap on him because they're fighting up the uphill in one of the most technical parts of the track. They're losing ground to Catil, and they left Magnussen, Tab, and Rosenberg behind.
Here you go. Catil up the inside at turn 1, opens the door. Waldbaum left him the opportunity to stick the nose in, but didn't take it. Now he's going to track to the inside of Big Bench here, sliding on the curbs with the rub blocks there, and he's going to go the long way around at turn 3.
This is the move he loves to make. This is the move he made on Lichty. If he can keep overlap through 3, here he goes. He has the inside of 4, and he can take that position. Great move.
A big slide, and it'll leave him vulnerable. Here comes Aaron Lichty to stick the nose in. Tried to go right. Waldbaum blocked it off. By the way, got a notification. Carlos Mendez spun leaving Big Bend. He continued, so we'll keep racing here at the pointy end of the field. Just saw him roll on by. That's why he dropped down the order. But man, it's getting spicy up in the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goes to Paul Darling. Nick Barbados, 2nd place. And Andy Smedegard is just going to hang on to 3rd place over Catil by a car length.
Yeah, and here comes Waldbaum, hangs on to 5th. Lichty in 6th. And then we're going to get, Tab and Magnussen to the line.
Woo, that was tight.
Hey guys, Aaron here with the Paragon Performance C8. We're at the start of day 2 here, so we've got 3 races up today, race 2, 3, and 4. Race 1 yesterday went pretty well. This track's difficult to race on. Not a lot of great passing zones. The track's really narrow. This car's wide. It's sometimes hard to get out of its own way, let alone the other racer's way. Had an interesting start to the race yesterday. The lane that we were in checked up just a little bit on the start. Had to make a decision whether to check up with the guys in our lane or try to move around them and gain some positions. Jump to the inside, just a little bit of a risky move. Feel like our car's suspension rides the curves well, so just kind of hug the curb on the inside. Picked up a few spots, but then shed most of those spots back off over the course of the race. It's a track where if you get too wide, you really lose a lot of time to the cars behind. So while you're racing door to door, you need to be really conscious of how much time you're losing to the guys behind. So learned a little bit in that process. Probably try to keep it just a little more single file today. Race 2 today sets the grid for race 3 based on lap time, so want to make sure we don't get too racy in race 2, that we put in a good lap time to give ourselves a good grid spot for race 3. So that'll be a focus here early this morning. And other than that, same focus as always, keeping the car clean and shiny and loading it back on the trailer as nice as we brought it in.
Here we go, doubled up for the start. An Eibach GLTC Gridlife Circuit Legends is back underway, and Lena Chin fires off dead even with Magnuson down to turn 1.
Oh, that torque is helping out. That V8 torque, but she's got the inside line. I think she's gonna maintain this.
Oh, Magnuson really strong around the outside, carried good speed there. Middle Tab's middle 3 wide there. Really tight quarters. Curtil and Tab are side by side, and I think we got through turn 1 and 2 relatively clean, Dewey.
Catil's right up in there following that C8. That's tight, and I'm interested to see if Lena can catch up. She's probably just kind of getting to her groove, and like we were talking about earlier, it's going to take a little bit for her tires to come on. You know, she's got a lighter car. She's set up more of a lightweight configuration, so it's going to take a little bit for those tires to come alive. And the heavier cars have an advantage. They're going to come alive a little quicker here. So I foresee her making up some time.
Yeah, coming down the hill here into the final corner on the racetrack. Aaron Lichty in position here. Watch the weekend points. This is going to shift big time when we come through with all the position shuffling. Right now, Paul Darling was the driver on top, but as they come through, watch the positions change here.
Oh, Catil's making a move.
And Catil up the inside of Lichty. That's for 3rd place. And look how tight it is now. Darling and Smedegaard separated by just 2 points.
Wow. Oh, this is going to be great.
And they're side by side on the racetrack as well. It's going to
This is for the weekend. We're going to have a brake battle.
And trouble for Lisa Keys. She's off at the chicane, just pulled off course with a mechanical issue.
They should keep that green where she's sitting.
Yeah, they will. And Catil. Oh, there's a little touch there.
A little bump.
And the door is still open for Catil to get the nose to the inside, but they're losing time to Magnuson while all this is happening. And Smedegaard is on the tailpipes of Aaron Lichty there. And they're still side by side. Lena wiggles a bit. Catil clears for 2nd place.
I think that's going to open the door for Aaron Lichty too. Yeah. Oh, and Smedegaard's going right there with him.
Getting bullied a little bit here as they climb the hill, side by side with team boss Andy Smedegaard. Really dicey to go door to door over the crest like that.
I don't think he's going to let up, even though they're on the same team.
Is going to pick up race 4 in Eibach GLTC at Lime Rock Park, and he'll also pick up 3rd place on the weekend. But Andy Smedegaard, 2nd is enough to grab him a 1st place trophy on the weekend ahead of Paul Darling.
Aaron Lichty here again with the Paragon Performance C8. Just finished up our weekend here at Lime Rock. It was an exhausting weekend. We're pretty tired. Not a lot of time to rest on this track. You're into the next corner as soon as you left the last one. I'm more sore than I thought I could be. Lower back pain, but the car handled things great. We were really impressed. 3,600 pound car on a really handling circuit. There's no straight line sections of this track to kind of hide from the lighter weight, more nimble cars in the class, and I think we held our own pretty well. We finished P4 overall for the weekend. We're pretty content with that. We feel like that was an optimal result from the weekend, given the sort of track and the competition that we were up against. So really happy with the performance of the car, really happy to load the car up clean. Not sure what the next race is going to be for us. We'll get home, rest up, try to gain a little perspective on all the things we learned this weekend, and then figure out what the next thing we can do with the car to challenge ourselves and learn something new is going to be.